Oh, it's that time where we say good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning, Lindsay.
And Mr. Mayor, from Australia Day, we have a very special guest today. Why don't you do the talking, the introductions? And
Okay, look, we have a very, very important person who has just been awarded Ryde Citizen of the Year. It actually doesn't need much of an introduction, because the minute you say State Emergency Service Ryde, everyone knows that we're talking about Warren. Now, Warren is in fact a guy that's given so much of his time, so much of his energy to volunteering in our great city of Ryde that he is outstanding as a representative for the volunteer community. Warren, you've been made Australian citizen. Australian citizen would be very important. He actually made Ryde Citizen of the Year. You heard what was read out about you. Could you comment a little bit on that history, I guess?
That's the history of me. Thank you very much, Bill, or Mr. Mayor. This award really represents all of the SES organisation and Riding for Disabled, and the story I have of why I became a SES volunteer, I guess that's what you're interested in, is in February 2005, my home was hit by a tornado. My house is in Ryde. People never think it's going to happen to them. Well, I said the same thing. There was a damage bill of $130,000, but surprisingly, and as I told the audience today, it's the best thing that ever happened to me, probably, because what happened is I had a heart attack that evening.
I haven't heard too many people describe a heart attack as the best thing that's ever happened to them, but I'll allow you to continue on, Warren.
Yeah, well, because of that, I ended up in Ryde Hospital. They then discovered that I had cancer. So at the end of all that, when I got all that sorted out, I thought it's time to give back to the community, because the community was incredible the way they responded. And I thought I got to give back, and that's been my motivation, and it's the motivation why I'm now out there talking to the community and educating them that in floods and storms that the SES can be there to help you. All they've got to do is ring 132 500.
You know, well, thank you for the plug there, Warren, because I think people actually do need to know that about the SES, in other words, how to contact them. But one of the most interesting parts about you is your ability to speak many languages, which helps you speak to different elements of the community, or different members of the community, or different communities within our community, so as to speak. So tell me, how do you do that?
You've actually caught me out, Bill. I actually can't speak even English properly. But if you can hear it's more an Australian English. But what it is SES, we work as a team. And so we draw on all our volunteers. It's a team effort. And what happens is we then find the match that goes with that CAL group that we're talking with. And so I will speak in English, and then simultaneously then they will speak in those languages, and we focus on the target audience. And it's all about educating them. They learn about volunteering, they learn about the Australian life, and they learn about how SES is available 24/7, and that we're there to help them.
Well, that's excellent, because you're actually engaging people who come from different backgrounds into the Australian way of doing things, if you like, and also trying to make them a part of the SES. Is that one of your key examples or key objectives, or is it also to educate them about how to contact you?
One of the driving forces, I think, that's common through all of SES is that we have a passion to help our community. We support our community, and we do this out of the goodness of our heart. We don't ask for reward or anything like that. And so that's one of the driving forces. Is it distresses us to knowing that we want to help our community in emergencies, and that they're out there and they don't know how to communicate with us. And that's why I'm always driving our phone number and who we are and what we do.
Do many of the community members that you speak to want to join after your discussions with them?
Yeah, we're always happy to take volunteers, and as you've heard, that if we can find people that speak different languages, that helps. It makes us more richer. We're non-political. We'll accept anyone that is willing to help their community.
Might I just say at this point, Warren, well done and congratulations.
Thanks very much, Mr. Mayor.
And thank you, Mr. Mayor, for conducting that interview for us. And Warren, that number once again?
132 500.
Thank you, Warren Smith, and thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lindsay.